Hello everyone, welcome to Shapes 2 and what legends are, and today we're going to be trying out this new game. Well, let's check it out. We're going to go ahead and make a new game save here. Let's call this YouTube Shapes. Alright, we're playing normal mode because I know how challenging this game can get. Yeah, so the cool thing about this game is that everything is free. You can make mistakes. It's a game where you can relax and just enjoy. Here we are. Welcome to your certification. Thank you for signing up. You did sign up, right? All right, we're gonna get upgrades, technologies, and we can have as many buildings as we want. Yeah, so that's the point of this game. It's just making factories, not worrying about the farming and the management of resources and whether we have enough or not. Yes, I will not damage buildings. Okay. Basically, we start in this little island here in space. And we have this little vortex in the middle here that we have to feed with shapes. These are the extractors, and these just boost the main extractors we have in the middle here. I'm gonna go ahead and extract shapes from this space. Seems like this is a circle shape farm, or whatever you want to call it, a mine. Mine, yeah. And these are squares. All right, we can't copy and paste or make blueprints right now, so we're gonna do everything manually. All right, so we anchor with C. I already know all this, but yeah, look at this cool stuff. Good things, good things. Okay, so yeah, we already did that. The mission is to feed 10 of these. We're gonna automatically get this mission pretty easily. Now these are the milestones of the things that we're gonna have to do to unlock new technologies like the stackers, second floors, etc, etc. You can also do side missions, side quests. They're locked right now, but they give us research points so we can upgrade and facilitate, make it more efficient, build the factories at hand. I'm gonna get ahead of myself here, and I'm gonna start making factories for these shapes over here. All right, this is the cutter piece. Basically, it cuts in a direction. I think this cuts the west side and lets the east pass through. Yeah, just like that. As you guys can see, it doesn't cost anything to put things down. Comes pretty cheaply. All right, what I like to do right off the bat, making this little structures here. Right, to anchor, and there we go. We have 4 lines so we can work. So if you guys have played this game already, maybe give me some advice on how to better build factories, and or maybe, you know, show me some pictures of how you've done them. There we go. Feed squares now. Found this really neat trick in my main playthrough, where I can press tab here and switch on these conveyors. Basically, we have these conveyors that are just, you know, going forward, or the launchers here, the same thing, really. Yeah, but it's pretty cool because normally you would have to, you know, bring a whole line to get the items to go, but you can actually just make them jump over here, and this saves them so much space. And once you get a second level, you can stack them just like that. Oh, my bad. You can stack them just like that, one on top of another, and you can still route items through here, which is amazing. I always use them for let me show you right here, these input spaces. How you can bring items from one side to the other. don't know if anyone else is doing anything like it. Look at that. We could bring items from the other side completely. Let's see if we can go ahead and get this done very quickly, because the tutorial's amazing, actually, I'm going to say, but I do not want to be stuck here for too long. All right, these are rotators, so basically just rotates 90 degrees. Right, follow the tutorial and get it over with. Oh, so yeah, this is actually pretty huge. It doesn't matter which orientation they go into the vortex, as long as it's the right shape in the right order, and it's all good, all nice and dandy. Yeah, that's gonna take a while, but let's speed it up by making another one. Yeah, I would love to have the ability to make blueprints right now, but we will have that soon, so not to worry. Okay, we got stackers and second floors. It's gonna be making it a lot easier for us to do things. Okay, so here are the tasks I was talking about. These are the side missions we can do to unlock research points. I didn't do many of them my original playthrough, but I should have been, because even though the game tells you to complete your milestones first, it is a lot harder to do with the basic items that you get at the beginning of the game. All right, these are the first milestones. We're gonna make these two happen, and then we're gonna jump into making these two tasks. Alrighty then. The first task with circles and squares. Okay. All right, so these share shapes. We're gonna do come over here, bring them to this corner. Right, we're gonna have these stackers. So I was just about to say this. Yeah, stackers are slow. So a lot of these things, even cutters, not gonna lie, most of the machines that do something really slow. It would be a lot better to have many of them to work with. The order in which you stack things does matter. So whatever's at the bottom will be at the bottom of the shape, and whatever's at the top will be at the top, obviously. Pretty coherent. Oh. Yeah, so you can like bridge up like this. Let's get one of these. Yeah, that way we can always go through here. Oh, here we go. I don't know how many this is, but on, I am not going to worry. All right, we're gonna make a line here. Could feed 4 of them into one, so that will be feeding there 240. I'm not gonna make another one. Instead, let's go ahead and get started with the next milestone, which is the single block there. As you can see, we're now facing a different orientation. North is to the right. So again, this cutter always cuts to the east. That means that we're gonna get shapes that look like this. If I had a cutter, no, this should work. Yeah, enough. We're gonna feed it right in there. All right, one more time. What? I love doing this thing here where bridge it there. Can't do that there. Doesn't matter. I'm being too nitpicky. We have 2 floors now. Cool stuff. All right. We gotta stack 2 squares. All right. I'm gonna plan out my receiving end first. There. And I'm just gonna get a stacker here. And bang. That'll be pretty slow. But again, I don't need to worry. This first two ones are probably gonna be done. You can just leave the secondary tasks for later. And let's take a circle from here and do the same. We don't have blueprints. Okay. The same thing again. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. There we go. Oh, I forgot. Okay, so we have a second floor now. We cannot copy and paste, can we? We do not have blueprints. How do we get blueprints? Let me see that. That's the next milestone. Okay. We definitely want to get there right now because blueprints just make everything so much easier. We can make modular factories. Just copy and paste the stuff that works pretty much. Go ahead and take this. There I go again. Can't copy. We can get a second floor and route this up here. Yeah, there we go. Just unselect that so you guys can see it better. There we go. So now look at this cool thing. I can just get my stackers up here and directly connect my circles because that's all we really need. Perfect circles on top of each other. Could have done that here as well. Let's see. Our next task for this one is similar. It needs to be cut in half. So we're just gonna cut it right here. Actually, this is gonna slow down the pipeline. So this is actually a good place where I would get multiple cutters. This is another thing I did not do on my main playthrough. So we're just gonna get this over here. Bridge all of these, not gonna lie. Yep. Yeah. They're getting a bit cumbersome. That's fine. Again, 400 pieces away. That's not a problem for today. Let's fix this. Let's push the output a little further. All right, so pull out of there. Pretty cool stuff. Again, you guys don't have to go as fast as me. I already played for a couple of hours. Yeah, I say a couple, but that's 18 hours. I don't know. I think I left my computer on sometimes. Anyways, if you guys are liking the game, go ahead and put a like down below. I surely am enjoying it. I've played Satisfactory before. Not for much, only shortly. Honestly, I didn't really get the full breadth of the game. I think I've played. I've not played Factorio. And Factorio is kind of like this, but in completely 2D. In the first game of the first Shapes game was also in 2D. It was similar to this one. This one, obviously. I've played. Is it Dyson Sphere? Yeah, I've played Dyson Sphere. That mecha game. That's a really cool one. I did find it very distracted and a little complicated too, having to gather resources for so long, which is why this game caught my attention. All right, we're gonna skip ahead when we have something else to do now. All right, so we completed this all one piece shape. So now we're going to change how this works very quickly. We get here 2 cutters and a twister or rotator, whatever you want to call it. And before we launch them, we're gonna stack them because that's the next challenge. And now we're gonna launch them. Look at that, pretty easy. All right, I'm gonna leave this running here again, and we'll be right back once we get a new milestone. All right. So when you guys are playing this game again, I encourage you to just come up with your own designs. Don't just watch a video and copy exactly what a person does. There are definitely some key things that you can learn from one another. So if you have some really cool blueprints you would love to share, again, go ahead and share them. We'd love to see them. Okay, so far I finished this shape over here. Forgot what it was. I think cutting here. That's right. And now we're told to cut more. Okay, so that actually calls for I think I'm gonna skip forward and let the factory run for quite a while because we have a lot of things to make. But before we do that, I'm gonna look at this task we finished. It gives us 1 research point. I don't think we're gonna do much with that, but as you can see, each shape continues off of one to the other in a very similar fashion. So this will be really easy. You can get a total of what, 11 shapes in research points. Here are the upgrades. We can either upgrade current biases we're using, or buy ourselves some nice new equipment. Going to finish all these tasks, finish that line of tasks over here, and this line as well. We can have some points to work with. And I think I'll do this one as well. This pyramid here, I'll just pin it. Now it shows up in my line here. And once I get done with all these, I'll come right back to you guys once we have milestone 3. 3? Sorry, no, 2. Yeah, I'll come back when I have milestone 2. I'm just gonna finish these simple shapes here. Maybe I'll show off this one since it has 2 different corners. That's an easy one to make, honestly. I'll still show it off for those who are curious. But yeah, I'll see you in a bit. All right then. So I'm just about to finish. There we go. We just got milestone 2. Before we continue, I do want to show you guys how I did that last challenge. There's 2 shapes each corner. Basically, let's see. Out here. Output. Oh, right shape. Just pressing buttons here. Okay, here we go. So basically, we can just take a shape, cut it in half, rotate it, cut it in half one more time. You already know about this, right? Basically, I do this. However, I can do the same thing twice. Cut, rotate, cut. And then we have to rotate, I believe, 2 more times. Oh, there's no output here. Okay. As you can see, it's already telling me a little preview of what we're going to have. And there you go. 2 opposite corners. I really want to get to our new milestone here. Finally have blueprints. So I do actually have a mission. Get this little piece here. So I'm going to shift select all of these over here. I can actually control X to cut. And I'm just going to cut it and keep it like that. And coming. You can press V, space, to hide top floors stuff. Route all of these. All right, so this is our factory here. Actually, I'm just gonna take this whole thing, get paste it now, so I can just go ahead and connect everything as it should be, and this should all work. Now this thing here is incomplete, so I'm gonna go to any other extraction factory, copy it, rotate it, paste it. Oh, just clean it up before I paste it in. Don't want any residue. Now I can copy and paste this again. F to flip, R to rotate, bang. And now we have 4 outputs here. Flip this. I don't even need to do about. And I'm gonna do my neat trick where I can jump spaces. I don't know if it's any faster. It is. I think it is faster. And click on something, press O and delete. Same thing. O. I can also press X alone to delete everything. Again, just neat things that I found so far. Like if I'm doing something like this and it's not working, I could do C to anchor it, but I can just press F and it will flip the entire thing. See that there? That's pretty cool. I think it actually delivers a lot faster. All right, I'm just gonna copy this side of the factory then. I think I'm making the wrong items. Oh, gotta flip. Go again. I don't know why I'm making the wrong item. Check it out though. Oh, they're only singles? Hold on. Oh. Oh. I'm just making singles. I got ahead of myself. Okay. All right. That's an easy fix. This. We already have 2 lines doing this. Yeah, so get the hacker. Well, that's crazy. All right, this is already working. Look, these. I don't care. And these are simple missions. Like it gets a lot harder later on. Not going to complicate this. I'll do this side again and just copy and paste it. I keep getting trying to fix both sides. I don't know why I'm doing that. You know, it's not every day you find a game that does this so well. You can just copy, paste, be done with it. There we go. Ooh. The top half. There we go. Yeah, if you copy and paste when you have your floors hidden with V, you're only gonna copy what's on the first floor. So be careful with that. Got a lot of things done. That's gonna be done by itself. I think this new shape here with two different things going on. I think I'm gonna clean up the factory. Sometimes it gets really hectic in here. Like, what am I making here? Like, I'm making two of these sides. I really need that right now. Making this, you know, I could have this. I'd rather make it from zero again. Or, no, I'm just gonna, or from scratch. Yeah. Yeah. Delete everything. Throw it all. All right. I can't do that yet. Yeah, so later on in the game, we're gonna get to edit everything that out here. Map is huge. So you need a seed. We're way out here. We can just press H. Get back home. All right. So let's showcase milestone 3. I didn't do that. Copy this. Over here. You know what? This is a pretty common shape. Use it for every extraction point. So I'm just gonna do Control B. Some of my blueprints. Now look at that. It transfers. Well, not Control B. It would have been Control S to save. My bad, guys. I already have this blueprint, so I'm not gonna make it again. Oh, I called it extraction setup. I'll put this down here. There we go. Should have included the extractions. That's not to worry. All right, that's done. You have to make a shape using what? Take advantage of this situation. Great. All right, I hate having to cut and then rotate and rotate so many times. I think either getting the cutter or the swapper right now would be amazing. Cutter is better. Yeah. This is prototype or blueprint. We're gonna make something that can cut, rotate, cut again, and then join them, right? That would be the normal way to do it. However, we have a new cutter. Yeah, so look at this. I can actually just press F. It flips it around. Amazing. I get two shapes. I can then cut normally, right? But I would need to rotate them first. Did I cut them or separate them? Hey, that's pretty nice. Okay. We have like every corner here, don't we? I could join this one. This one would. Look at this. Pretty cool stuff, huh? Weird factory aid. Kind of messy. I don't see how I can reproduce this quite a lot. Yeah, it's a pretty wide one. I don't like them when they get this wide. Okay. All right, you know what? I think we can totally do it. While this is smaller, lot of these. I wanted to make this twice. So basically, these two machines are the same right here. One of them takes 2 by what, 7, 6. One is a 2 by 6. The other one is this monstrosity. You could say it takes up this space here. 4 by 6. You know what? I think we have a winner. The winner is definitely a hybrid of these two. Copy this machine over here. Honestly, I can gonna split this into, and we're gonna rotate. So cut, rotate, and a normal cut. That's what this is what I should have done. We're gonna rotate one of them. We're gonna go up here. There. Wow. Amazing. And this one is a 5-5. Look at that. Amazing prototyping. I love it. Great. So we just created something really cool. I'm gonna blueprint this. Call it edge to edge. Oh, edge to edge Whopper. Act 1. Okay, so I came up with a better design for the original idea that we had. It's pretty simple. I simply took what we had at the bottom here and stacked it. Oh, actually, let me take that back. Okay, I'm back. Now it looks like it should. I needed to rotate it 2 more times. I will say, however, these shapes are coming out mirrored together, which could be an issue once we join it with the circle shapes. But at least now we're getting twice the output out of one machine. It is a tad bit longer. I think it's my other, like my other original machine. This is 4 by 6. Sorry, 2 by 6. Hey, we're getting twice the output of 2 cornered edge to edge shapes. I'm gonna go ahead and make this big. Something similar to this. Just bring them out together. Right? Here we go. Okay. So I figured out this is actually a pretty good design for supplying each machine with sufficient parts and also getting them out in time. I might disconnect the. Ooh. We have a mix match of different shapes. This is what I mentioned where I can. Right. I'll stay on camera while I figure this out. I think this is a simple problem. Okay? My approach is to dump these, the ones that seem to be in the correct order, although the arrangement doesn't matter. And remember that order doesn't really matter. It doesn't affect what we input into the vortex. Let's go ahead and get all of these over here. I'm gonna make a line here and put all of these up here. What? I need to think about to rotate it. Because if we rotate them all in one single file, one single line, it's gonna take forever to do. Get a lot more output. This great. Now they're all looking this. Serve space. All of these right here. There. Have them both out. Once again, copy the whole factory. Mirror it. Paste it. Same thing here. So now we should be making shapes game already. These are the top right, bottom left. Are to the top left, bottom right. And we are ready to join them. It should be simple. I get the brain juices running though. You could do it one way, one side, and a different way. Get these 10 running first. Then we'll see what happens. Well, let's go ahead and get all of these here. Separate. You know what? I know exactly what to do. I used to have a factory like this. Prospect of getting results. Because I could route this whole thing over here. I could route all of these circles. But now they're all stuck in a single line. Oh, how efficient that's gonna be. You know what? That's not gonna be my problem right now. Yep. So these squares are ready. We already did the deed. We gotta get them up. Yeah, perfect. Are what? 5 machine? Yes. What I'm going to do now, copy machines, put them over here, get more bang for our buck. Look at that. Good stuff. And we are going to separate how we input it. There are exactly 8 of these. So the first 4 go into this one. Oops. The next 4 will go into this. It is. There we go. That is beautiful. See, the best way to make this factor work, we're reducing its size, working only in a corner. You could do this taking away this factory. He's not doing anything more. Although I do still need this factory for a future, for the task over here. The last of his. Yes. Well, I'm gonna have to solve that next episode. But for now, yeah, this is what the factory is going to look like. I'm gonna copy this one over here. Obviously, there's a lot of things I have to do by hand, but I'll do that off camera. Not important. All right, that should be it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little preview of the game Shapez. If you guys like this video, make sure to leave a comment, like the video, and let me know what you'd love to see for the next episode, and if we should do a next episode to begin with. If you have game suggestions of what I should play, let me know down below. I want to do different games. I am very excited for Call of Duty Black Ops 6 coming up soon. I like shooters a lot, so not just factory games. But yeah, comment your suggestions down below, and I'll see you next time.